I knew he was going to come in excited to fight for a world title. I just kept calm and found my rhythm. I really knew he was going to tire out, and I did take advantage. It was all about timing. I'm very smart when it comes to using different tactics in the ring. Fighting here in Alabama is a blessing. The people here show up to support me, and I love them for it. I'm always going to support and be here for my Alabama family. To see the crowd's response tonight meant a lot to me. As I've been saying, I'm looking to unify the division. I think it's critical to have one fighter and one champion, and that's Deontay Wilder. Let's hope Joseph Parker is ready for me, because I'm definitely ready for him. Those are the words of WBC heavyweight world champion Deontay Wilder following his 5th round knockout, or technical knockout win, over Gerald Washington, calling out WBO champion Joseph Parker. I hope these unifications get made sooner rather than later, just like the rest of us. It's interesting seeing people's reactions and people's thoughts on how a fight between Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder would go. I think Joseph Parker is underrated. People expect, for some reason, heavyweights to go in there and just blast everybody out. And the moment they're in a competitive fight where it's back and forth and they have to come back from adversity, all of a sudden the guy's not that good. This is something I don't understand. You look at Lennox Lewis's career. Before Lennox Lewis was champion, he went life and death with Levi Billups, a journeyman. He had a tough fight. I mean, he won it clearly on the cards, but it was tough, particularly in the later rounds, with an over-the-hill Tony Tucker. He had a very tough fight with Frank Bruno, who was always a limited heavyweight. He was behind in that fight before he landed a big left hand and took Bruno out. He was knocked out by Oliver McCall in 2 rounds. You know, Lennox Lewis had plenty of tough fights and plenty of difficult moments. He had a very, very tough fight with Ray Mercer. A Ray Mercer who wasn't in particularly good shape. A lot of people feel like he lost that fight. But yet Lewis bounced back from all those situations and went on to prove that he was one of the greatest heavyweights of the past few decades. So people are just way too quick to dismiss people or dismiss certain fighters because they're not blasting everybody out with ease. It's ridiculous. It's silly. They look at Joseph Parker and say, oh, well, the Takam fight was close and the Ruiz fight was close. So? And what? It's boxing. The fact that he's in tough, close fights. I mean, Carlos Takam's a good fighter for one. I feel like he won the fight, but, you know, some people say it was close. I thought he won it. And I felt like he beat Andy Ruiz pretty comfortably. I was shocked that there were so many people who felt that Andy Ruiz won. And Andy Ruiz was an unbeaten fighter. Andy Ruiz has got fast hands, he can punch. He's a dangerous guy, Andy Ruiz. So, you know, not blasting out the likes of Ruiz and Takam, that doesn't mean that Parker's not a good fighter. I think he's very good. You know, he's got flaws just like every fighter has, but I just don't understand the mentality that some people have, you know, when it comes to boxing. So to me, Parker is a very good fighter. And Deontay Wilder's a good fighter. I'd love to see the two of them square off. And at the moment, because of the fact that Parker's gone the distance twice and hasn't blasted people out, there's a surprising number of people that actually believe Wilder will handle Parker with relative ease. I find that surprising. I thought it would be more split 50-50 with, you know, half people thinking that Parker will take Wilder out and other people saying, no, Wilder will get him. But no, it seems to be the majority of people that I've come across at least are saying that Wilder would, at least prior to the Washington fight, maybe it's changed now, but certainly prior to the Washington fight, the majority of people were acting as though Deontay Wilder would beat Joseph Parker pretty decisively. But as I've said in many videos before, you're only as good as your last fight. Boxing fans have short memories. You know, that's just how they are. So judging on the last fight of Deontay Wilder, people might feel different now about Joseph Parker, although Joseph Parker's not as big, not as rangy as Gerald Washington. He's a different guy with a different style. Much faster than Gerald Washington. More seasoned, but still a different fighter with different attributes. He does some things better than Gerald Washington, and Gerald Washington does some things better than him. So you have to take that into consideration when you're assessing a potential fight between Joseph Parker and Deontay Wilder. Let me know what you feel, people, in the comment section below. Do you think this unification will happen anytime soon? And if it did, who would you be picking? How would you see the fight playing out? That's what I really want to know from you guys. Never mind just picking a winner. How would the fight actually play out? That's what I want to know. All right? Drop it in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.